Right.
Every
I
time.
put it right here, but it didn't work. Blue, so I just took it out. I took it out, girl.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Miss Blue Radio Show. As you know, I have CEO Boss with me from Grind City TV Network herself. I'm going to let her introduce herself because she's just that fly.
Hey, I am not your ever CEO, K Bay, representing Grind City TV, music, photography studios, and our network, Grind City TV, Roku. I'm super excited because I am on the Miss Blue Radio Show. I've been waiting forever. I am here.
Yes, I'm so glad to have you. You have so much things, so many different things going on. Let's just talk about where you're from and how you started Grind City, because I know you went through different transitions.
Right. I am from Pittsburgh, PA. Oh, Pittsburgh, PA, Grind City, PA. I done made my own little corner of the world. I call it Grind City, PA. Grind City is my second company. My first company, JPB, I ran that for 20 years, and it was really a trial and error type thing. I learned a lot of what to do in business and what not to do. But when I got my building 6 years ago, Grind City, I decided to rebrand and be more sharp when it comes to business and realize that as much as you want to love, right? In business, you have to remember that this is a business and everybody's agendas is not the same as yours. So you can't just love. So that was the biggest transition. But Grind City was just, this is the things that I have in here. Like people don't understand, like you don't get this stuff overnight. I got my very first set of turntables here. They're 26 years old, right? So yeah, so you accumulate things and you take care of your stuff. So all the stuff that I do here, I've been doing in my basement and third floor apartments and everywhere I moved and everywhere I went. I was learning in these skills that I have, teaching myself these skills so that when I ever was blessed to have a facility, I don't have to break my toys down now. There's a room for that and a room for that and a room for that. So that's basically what Grind City consists of.
Wow, because I'll look on Facebook sometimes and I'll see you're actually having live performances there. I saw a band like I think it was last week.
Yes.
How does someone get on your show live?
Oh, wow. The same way they would get on yours, baby. The same way they would get on yours. It depends on what we're doing. So I'm so blessed to be able, I've been live streaming for about 17 years. I was live streaming before all these little things came up that made it easy. You just press a button. It don't put me out of business for real.
But you was doing the work.
Yeah, it's like the code and the switch and the twatch and the box and the
code.
Yeah, because I used to throw shows here in Pittsburgh and I wanted to be able to bring people from different communities in, but I wanted their community, and I'm talking community as far as different states and different cities, to be able to watch the show. So I would live stream those shows to my website. So I've been streaming for a very, very long time. I actually had Pittsburgh. I brought the first awards to Pittsburgh, and they were live streamed. So the vote was, you watch this video clip and you vote for who rocked you. It wasn't a popularity thing. So that's what really, when the internet really started coming into play with people and their music. So when I got here, I just wanted to continue on building with the live stream. So it was like, if you're via satellite, which you and I are right now, we can do that type of interview. But if you are willing to travel here, or if you are here, I wanted to give something extra. So we do the interview, but I want to make sure people see your stage presence, people see you rock. So the Wisdom Band was the first band ever here. I've had some people with like a guitar and a keyboard, but I never thought that I could put the way that I had it situated. And girl, you would know I was in here remodeling today. If I showed you, you'd be like, "Are you serious?" I'd have moved the stage. And anywho, I'm pulling the wire through the ceiling. Like when I see something in here that I think could be improved or better, I change it so we can accommodate these artists, right? So we had the band here last week, and I seen that it could be done. We can have a band here, and they sound good, and we can live stream. It was like, oh, it's on and popping. Let's get it.
They sounded good too.
Oh yeah, they're dope, and they're a veteran band. So I want to be able to just explore as many types of talent and showcase as much talent as we can, whether it be from performing arts to visual arts to just telling your story. So that's basically what all of this is about. And it comes in different waves. Like I said, we could be doing an interview, we could be doing a performance, I could be outside streaming, I can stream concerts from wherever. Like I'm capable of streaming you when you're in Houston, when you're doing those interviews, I can stream that live to the TV, right? It's just that this area that I'm in, they don't appreciate the technical skill that I bring to this, and they're not. They're just not. Let's just say that it's that thing here, and I've been going through it for I've been in this for 26 years, so I've been going through it here, and I understand the mindset of the people here. This is why it was extremely important for me to build something like Grind City TV Roku and look at who's doing what, who is consistent, and be consistent right along with you. Listen, if you push this show, I'm gonna push this show with you, right? And bring these like-minded individuals together and push and push and push and show that if you're really on your grind, as we call this, if you're really on your grind, then we're going to support you and we're going to push. And as long as you push us, we're going to push you. And now you can start to see that unity. We're a year old. Our channel's a year old now. So you're starting to see the unity and people saying Grind City and people getting shirts with it on and all these different things that's starting to occur because they're starting to understand that we can do this. We can do this. And it doesn't have to be this cutthroat business that everybody's portraying it to be. It can be just as simple as people keeping their words and doing what they said they're going to do.
That, you know what? That's so true because we touched on that just like how different regions are. And so do you feel like you're appreciated more in your hometown or outside of your hometown?
Well, let me just say it like this. I've been in Pittsburgh doing this for 26 years. I was a hip hopper. I've never received the Pittsburgh Hip Hop Award ever. I'm about to get an award from Houston. It's coming in the mail this year. Finally, like last year, the Black Pride, Gay Pride people finally said, "Here's this. We're going to give you something." And it was like, thank you, I appreciate it. But I'm not here to rep anybody's pride, or I'm here to rep grinders. So it doesn't matter what I do personally. This is not, oh, I'm gay, so give me an award. No, if you appreciate my, you know what I'm saying? If you appreciate my work, then appreciate my work. Other than that, don't add no other label to while you're appreciating my work.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I took it because they gave it to me and I appreciated it. I finally got a citation from the city for what I do, but the people that I serve have not appreciated what I've given them. And that's because I spoiled them. I really did. I spoiled them. When I threw shows, we fed them. I gave a lot. I spent a lot of money. So people start to think that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Until you quit, right? And then they go out there and they realize there ain't too many other things like that. And they're like, "Oh, why did you quit?" You figure it out. I didn't quit. I evolved. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't think they do. I think they will when I'm dead. Unfortunately, I'm in pretty good health, so trustfully I'll be around a long time. So, whenever.
That's crazy because we always talk about that, like how your people outside of your city seem to support what you do more than the people in your own city, and it's sad, pretty pathetic, But I think
people in your city think they can do it. That's the major.
They're not doing it though.
That's the major thing. Everybody around you thinks that they can do what you're doing better than you. So they'll down talk. I got cats talking right now about me, dudes talking. And I'm going, okay, buddy. Well, catch up. And when you can do this, then we can talk. Other than that, I'm not even, I used to give that type of stuff energy, right? Mm-hmm. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, it would frustrate me, it would piss me off. What the wrong with y'all? I make songs. I still make my songs. Don't get it twisted. I still will go in my booth and cuss you out. But in the same note, I've learned how to appreciate what hate is. A hater is nothing but a person that loves you and doesn't know how to do it, so they hate, right? So hate is nothing but love suppressed. They suppress that love because they have some issues, so they portray that hate on you. So when I learned that and I started to change my energy and how I was receiving what people were throwing at me, I said, okay, well, you guys can throw that at me. I'm going to go find Miss Blue. I'm going to go find Sean City TV. I'm going to go find my cats in Houston. I'm going to go find DJ 4500. I'm going to go find Crowded Room. I'm going to go find Taste of Everything. I'm going to go find people. I'm going to go find J-Mo. I'm going to find these people who think like I think, and I'm going to give them the love that I would love to give you and hug you. I've never met you, and I get more love from you than people that I've been standing next to in 20 years. So after a while, you can't keep complaining about that, right? After a while, you have to change how you deal with it. And I think once I began to realize that I was dealing with it wrong, I was trying to fight that. And I'm like, you can't fight somebody else's feelings. Those are your feelings, buddy. Go deal with them. What I can do is tighten up on how I am receiving what you're giving me and what I'm giving back to you. And sometimes, yes, it still gets frustrating. I will take a mental health day. I'm a Gemini, so if I don't take that mental health day, I will go. It won't be nice. So I'll take a mental health day so that I can keep my CEO status here. And that's the reason why I changed my name to Not Your Ever CEO K-Bay, because the button pusher's a rapper. The button pusher's the nice chick. The button pusher's the hip hopper. Well, I'm not just a hip hopper anymore. And my city refuses to see me higher than that. Regardless that I've been doing it at a high level for so long, they just refuse to see me more than the rapper, because if I'm more than the rapper, then all of a sudden I'm in some type of silent competition with people. So it's like, okay, well, you guys go play in your sand with that, and I'm going to sit over here and wait for the real people, because like they say, if you build it, they will come. I am building it, and y'all are coming.
I mean, oh yeah, and it's a great feeling to, like you said, work with like-minded individuals. And it's sad. I tell people all the time, you are wasting your time competing with somebody that's not even worried about you, boo. Nobody got time. I don't know about. I mean, you're the same way like how I am. I literally have no time to sit and plot and work.
Literally.
Like, I have so much stuff going on, and every day I'm praying and asking God to be a better version of myself, because I know it's stuff I need to change about myself.
Yeah.
To be jealous and hateful and spiteful on somebody else's success, I honestly don't have the time to care.
I really don't care.
Good, but
I would love to say, kudos and come over here on our ship and let us push more of what you're doing. But in the same note, I've had the situations where we had people on a network and they were mediocre when they were on it. When they started to rise, you see their attitude change. You see them not putting the logo on their shows. You're asking, why are you not promoting? And you're getting an attitude back. Listen, I don't have time for that. It's very, very simple. Either you push us like we push you, or peace. Right. It's not hard. I don't have to do this network, but I think it's important, right? So you get to a point where you have to rise above the BS, right? And it puts you in a class by yourself. It really does. I just made a song called "It Gets Lonely at the Top." That's why I still rock. That's why I still rap because I be by myself. I spend so much time by myself because I don't have time for the negative energy, the doubt, the naysayers. I am focused on what I'm attempting to build here. So I definitely don't have time for the energy that comes that heavy, that heavy when somebody walk in the room and you be like, oh, this guy's exhausting. I don't have time for that. And I'm too old. You see, I got my spectacles on now. I can't even see. I'm getting old. And I got gray hair up here. I'm too old. I'm running out of time, right? So we got to be successful. I don't have time for the BS.
So let's talk about Grind City. Like how has that been with the show been on Roku? How many shows currently do you have?
All right. Woo. So right now we're up to 19 from all over the country, 19 shows, give or take, all over the country. Houston is my number one area. I'll give y'all mad shouts outs and salutes. I mean, the minute 4,500 touched and you touched. I got you. I got food. Next thing you know, it was crowded. It was rocket. It was, and y'all just keep sending me people. And then there are people from outside of your area that have connected to me because of Houston. I mean, I feel like I need to be in Houston sometime. But I get it. I get the local problem. I know if I came there, I'd have the same problems I'm having here, there, just because now I'm a part of the community. And it's a local minded thing. It's like once you get inside of that local mentality, everybody starts to hate. As long as you're on the outside looking in, they can be this grandiose thing. So I'll take it from there. I'll take the distance. Thank you. But we have 19 shows from all over the country. And you'll notice if anybody's paying attention, that schedule will change. I have no problem changing it, changing commercials. Now I have no problem changing it if you're not going to do the simple things that I require for you to be a part of this network right now. So we're growing. We have more shows coming, and after a while, the scope of it will change because I pay for server space, so I got to pay for this stuff. So I'm gonna get a little bit stricter on cats and break some things down. But right now, it's growing beautifully, and it's encouraging people to try something. If you think that you can do it, go try it. And if it's dope, I'm putting you on. I'm putting you on, period. So it's been fantastic just seeing your growth from the first show to now. You got all these different shows, to see your products growing, to see your brand growing, to see you growing. I watch you. I am inspired by you. I am excited that you're a part of our network, and you're one of the truest women that I've had the pleasure of working with, because we're right here. There is no BS. There's no, if you need to say something to me, we say it. If it needs to be spoke on, we speak on it. It's not harsh. It's like, look, sis, I ain't feeling, all right, sis, well, maybe I can tighten up. And we keep it moving. It's not always like that. So, there are, people say, oh, strong women this, strong women that. If you're a strong woman, then you should not be intimidated by working with another strong woman, because you're really not that strong if you are, right? So we're running into that little issue here. And I had to tell a couple sisters, listen, I'm not here to compete with you, because trust me, if I was, I outgrind anyone I think is in my way. I will outgrind you. That's my mentality. And I could do way more here than what I do. But what would be the point of trying to outshine the people that I want to shine on my network? It wouldn't make sense.
It doesn't.
That's why I stopped interviewing as much. I got 4, 5, 6 shows of people interviewing. You don't need to see me interviewing. Watch Miss Blue, watch Crowded, watch Rocket, watch how they do it. I don't need to have 6 shows on the network no more. It doesn't make sense to. That's what you guys are for. So it's good to see everybody keeping up their end of the bargain and growing and just believing in this network. And it just makes me feel good that you guys trust me with your show. When I say this show is going to air at this time and you know what's going to air at that time, that makes me feel good,
Oh yeah. I mean, you touched on some really, really good things, because it's sad that it shouldn't be a competition. And then this is your network. So someone trying to even compete with you is silly to me. It's just sad. But we know, off camera, I've heard some things, and it's just sad. But I do agree that I think the Houston folks is holding it down.
They're holding it down. They're holding it down. Not to say nothing from nobody else, but and when I say that Houston is holding it down, I'm not saying that the other areas aren't, because they are. They're consistent with their work. They're sending it. What I mean by that is, it's like you guys have noticed the other Houston people on the network, and you're linking. And so now it's like Houston's pushing Grind City instead of just Miss Blue or just DJ 45. All of you are linking together. And it's like, my dream. They're doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's exciting to see, because it's like when you believe in your core that people are capable of doing this, just ordinary folks are capable of doing this, and you've been trying this for 20 years and it hasn't worked, and in the 26th year it's working, you're like, I knew it.
That's
I just had to draw at my base. Yeah. So it's y'all holding it down. I salute you.
Oh wow, I'm sorry. I had you have a few people that tuned in and they got comments. Somebody
Hi, Chaz. This is
Okay.
Jazz. Hey, Jazz.
Okay. And then here's Monica.
Hey, Monica. Hey, now, Miss Monica, let me tell you, Miss Monica, she worked for PCTV, which is the public access channel here. And when I first started television, I knew nothing about television, nothing. Miss Monica,
Wow.
she taught me how to put a show together, how to have a vision for a show. She taught me all this at the public access TV. And she was making my shows. We were putting them together. They were so tight that we was like the tightest shows on public access TV, to the point where I ended up having like 3 shows over there. People thought I owned PCTV, but
Wow.
PCTV would never feature me in their write-ups. So I built my own TV.
That is crazy.
Shout out to Miss Monica. Yes, shout out to her.
Shout out Miss Monica. Like, and once again, a female boss.
Yes,
that
yes.
showed you the way.
Oh man.
And the fact that, and look, check this out. Sometimes other boss women don't want to show another boss or another woman the way, because when the woman gets to the top and get all the experience she needs, she don't need that person no more. Don't even acknowledge that person. And I have a friend in Hollywood who that happened to. And I told her, she still took the chance to show me the way. And I appreciate women like y'all, because I don't want to be in a crossfire because another woman burned that bridge.
Said the way it's gonna be said, because you know what I mean. We gotta throw the language out there but this is the thing, Miss Blue. You know, we must not forget our lane. I am a teacher. At the end of the day, I'm a teacher. It is my job to teach someone how to do something that I'm attempting to do. At some point in our lives, whether it be being a parent, a volunteer, we are teachers. And the minute we get away from that, you will see that person that forget you, there will be tears in their cloths. They will get tears in their cloths. You might not never see it, but they exist because they stop teaching and appreciating thou student. You have to appreciate thou student, because it is the student's job to surpass you. That's what you're teaching them for. So if the student surpass you and says, well, I don't need her no more, that's fine, but you will need someone else, and you don't know if I know that person. See, that's the disconnect that starts to happen. Don't think because I'm down here that I don't know somebody up here. There's a reason that I'm down here. I chose to be here.
Right.
If I wanted to interview higher names in the industry, then I would have chased the industry. My goal was to make sure that independent artists and content creators had their lane just as big as BET. That is my goal for us. So now there's going to be some of us that don't want to stay an independent content creator. They want to chase the industry. Well, you're not for this network anymore. I love you. Go get it. But that's not what this network is for. So when people get like they're too big for somebody's going to be too big for you. You get what you do out here. So you're limiting your capabilities and your possibilities when you forget who came before you, when you forget who taught you. We can't do that because that's what our kids are doing right now. And it's not turning out well. They're not looking back at what came before them. And what they do look back, they look about 5 to 7 years back, and that person's probably dead. So they think that's history. That's not it. You got to go back some. Got to go back a little bit more. So that's why I love cats like Scarface and Killer Mike, just putting it down to these levels like, hey, we're still here and now we're in politics, or now we're in this, so we can show you we went from rap to this to this. We keep elevating, right? So don't worry about them cats. Trust me, they'll get theirs.
Yes, I like that. Yeah, because it's definitely about elevation. So speaking of elevation, I know that you are doing this for indie people, but if a mainstream network reached out and was like, hey, I want you on our network. Let's do this mainstream thing. Like, what would you do?
Can I bring my independent content creators with me?
Ooh.
Can I say, hey, I'm dope, but Miss Blue's doper. Now, if you let me bring her on and teach her, then yeah, I'm coming. If not, I'm building my own network. Now, what you can do is you can pay for promotion on my network. You can fund it. But as far as me jumping to mainstream, I've never been a mainstream individual to the point I started out DJing, right? My first thing was DJing. I started out DJing and I got kicked out the clubs because I wanted to play underground music and nobody wanted to hear it.
Oh, no. Are you damn?
Nobody wanted to hear what I wanted to spin. So I started making beats. I mean, everything that I do has been somebody told me, no, I can't do that, or we don't want to hear that. Okay, well, I'm going to try something else that I like. Everything that I do starts off with what I like first. And sometimes that's a great thing, and sometimes it's not a great thing. But I'm never going to deviate from that because I know when I close my eyes and my job here is done, I have stuck to me. I've stuck to my core. I don't have nothing to be ashamed about. I have nothing to be embarrassed about. It didn't work. It didn't work. But I never switched up just to make it work, because at the end of the day, did that really work? What did it work to get? Some money? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, bring the whole team, like you said, or it's just a no-go.
Yeah, you ain't breaking us up like Bobby and Ricky. We got to go. Like you could sponsor. MTV can definitely sponsor Grind City TV as long as you put one of our shows on MTV. If you put, I don't care. It don't got to be my show. It could be one of our shows. It could be Rock the Mic. It could be your show, because whatever show they put on MTV is going to have that Grind City on it.
Yep.
If everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, when we say Grind City, we talk about all of us. When you see me do this, I'm talking about all of us. Not just me.
Right.
So as long as we get them saying this, we doing our job. They can't miss us. You can't not see us. You have to see us. From the smallest to the biggest.
Man, that's real. Y'all tuned in too. I'm glad.
Hey, ask me whatever you want.
I want to talk about the struggles. Yes.
Oh.
I definitely want to talk about that, because yes, we gotta hit that.
You said we only got an hour. You sure? We might have to do a part 2. You know how me and you get down, Blue.
I know. Let's talk about some of the struggles in this, because I think it's important, and you're transparent as well as I am. But I think it's important to talk about some of the hardships, some of the struggles, so people can know that it's not always peaches and cream. I think sometimes that's why there is no respect for what we do, because we make it look so easy.
We make it look easy, right? People think they can just walk in and copy what you're doing. I have these things that people try to pit against me. I'm a female. I'm an African-American female. I'm a lesbian African-American female. I'm a lesbian African-American female that does her own shit, from flyers to video to sound to I do all of my own stuff. So now I'm self-sufficient. When you are a self-sufficient African-American lesbian female in this town, which is a black and white town, you have a hill that is like this, because people want you to need them, right? People want you to need them. It's a human trait. You got to need me for something. No, I don't.
Right.
I'm not arrogant about the fact that I don't need anybody, because we all need someone, right? But like I tell people all the time, yeah, support's nice, fans is nice, but business owners need business. So if you want to come at me of what I need business. But they want you to need little things like a dude to support you, or some dick, or whatever their masculine thing is. So you can't put me on my back. You can't come in here and tell me what to do, because I get that too. People want to come in here and tell me what to do in my studio.
Oh.
Can't do that. So what they do, what they've done is made me go inside of myself. In doing that, it isolated me. In this business, that's not good. It's not good to be isolated in this business. It's a people business. So you need people, right?
Right. That's true.
So when I'm in my town and I'm outside and everybody's in my face, they smiling and it's all good. But how you know people really got your back is business owners need business. So if they're not doing business with you, they ain't really got your back. And I do so many different tiers of business. It don't make sense for you to not do something if you're pushing something.
Right.
Right. So the obstacles that I would have to say that I had to endure was, I had a conversation with this guy and I said, my city does not like, they just don't like me. They don't like me. They just don't like me. And he said, you know what, Buttons, you're right. They don't. And you know why? I said, why? He said, because you're gay. I said, wow. So the gay people don't like me because I'm not walking around going, I'm gay with colorful flags every 5 minutes.
Right.
The straight people don't like me because I look gay. The beautiful women don't like me because I look hard. The hard women don't like me because I'm hard. It's all this weird stuff. The dudes don't like me because they can't do what they want to do. All these things of people not liking you. And again, I'm the person that goes, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing this because I like it, right? So when you're not in the business of trying to get in where you fit in, I just said, well, I'm going to carve this little part of my world right here, and I'm going to fit right here because this is comfortable, and I like it, and I'm going to build this up. So now I'm in the wait. 3 answers to every question, yes, no, or wait. So sometimes God makes you wait for the ones that are supposed to be around. And he sends you testers and you run through the test with them. And it might run for 8 solid weeks. And then you look at the end, you be like, oh, here come the bullshit. Here it comes. And they always make it seem like it's your fault. You are the problem. I'm always the problem. I am always the problem. So I said, okay, well, since I'm always the problem, I'll just be the problem. But I don't have to be your problem.
Right.
Deuces. I'm beyond arguing with people about their feelings or if they think I made them feel some type of way. I totally believe in tough love. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything for anyone. I totally believe in taking accountability. If I've done something wrong, you can approach me. I'm very approachable, but just know when you approach me, have your shit right.
Right.
Have your facts straight. Because if you don't, I'm going to chew you up. Show me where I screwed up and I will fix it. If I can, if I can't, I got to take the L and I will take the L. I've taken many L's in my career. I've taken many of them. But what I won't do is lay down and let you kick me like I'm a sick dog because you're feeling some type of way about what you heard. And the thing that bothers me about Pittsburgh is big, but it's very small. So 2 people can spread a bad word about you and that's it. You're ruined. I had a brother who was a veteran that ran a video show on PCTV for 15 years before I even got there. I seen him at the gas station a couple years back, and he said, "Button Pusher." I said, "Yes, sir." I didn't know who he was until we started talking. He said, I got to tell you something, Buttons. I said, "Yes, sir." He said, I owe you an apology. I said, "You owe me an apology?" He said, "Yeah, back in the day. First of all, let me tell you, I'm so proud that you continue on your journey and you just blew up, sis. You just did your own thing. But I was following a brother back then, and I should have never let that brother's opinion of you stop me from working with you." And I just looked at this grown ass man saying this shit to me. You have never worked with me, not one time. You've not shown me anything. You have not showcased nothing. But you let what this man said to you, mind you, when I met that brother, I did like this to press his hand. He took his hand and rubbed it from the back of my head down to the bottom of my ass. That was my introduction to that brother. So I knew I would never get in respect from him. Yeah, right? So people don't know these things. And when I wrote this book, they thought I was going to tell these things, but there's no need to tell those things. There's no need to tell those things because at the end of the day, it was about my process. How am I processing what is occurring to me and how am I going to build without resentment? Not to say I was never angry because I had some years where I was pissed, but in the same note, I still was here giving out my whole heart. What I learned since I got this building is this ain't about giving out my whole heart. My whole heart is in this building. So if you are blessed to walk in this building, you will respect it or you will not come back in this building. But I'm not here to give you my whole heart. I'm here to do business. So make sure you know what you want when you walk through the door. If you don't, let's sit down and work out what it is that you want. Let's plan it out. If you come in here with a broad idea, I'm gonna give you some broad work. If you come in here with a specific idea, I'm gonna give you specific work. But the obstacles that I've had to face have always been based around my gender and my sexual preference. And
that don't have shit to do with nothing, though.
Well, it does when you're in a male-dominated business. We're in a male-dominated business. It's a male-dominated business, but all the successful men have a strong woman next to them. It awes me. It awes me. But until those women start saying, bro, chill out, because you wouldn't be here without me, until they start saying that to these dudes, it's going to continue that way.
I mean, I think it's just crazy because it's like, you're right. I mean, sexuality, I get it. People is always worried about shit that ain't got nothing to do with them anyway. I think you should just go by somebody's work ethic and if they have a genuine spirit.
Dear women, I don't want you. Dear man, I don't want you. Clear? I'm married. Are we clear? I don't want you. When I look at you, I'm looking to see what kind of work we can do. That's it. I don't want you. Clear?
Somebody said something too. The real ones got you. Yeah, but you know what? My mom always told me this thing that people want to hear when people are jealous of you and you are intimidating and you're a confident person, people won't try to find out the truth. They will run with the lie and the rumor.
Well, let's be clear on one thing. And I want to clear this up with people. First of all, a person cannot be intimidating. A person can only be intimidated. Those are your feelings, sweetie. You need to go deal with them. Let's clear that up. They always want to, oh, you're a strong, independent woman. You intimidate people. No. They are intimidated. That's their problem. Right. Because I'm just coming out being who the hell I am. If you're nice to me, I'll smile. If you're not nice to me, I'll smile. It's not hard. It's sickening that I still have to have this conversation 26 years in. It's sickening, but it's the truth.
That's crazy. Ooh, that's deep. Nah, that's a lot of stuff. I did ask you what you went through. That's a lot of stuff. I mean,
we ain't even tipped the crop. But it all led up to blessings.
Amen to that.
One day I said, I used to always say I want a building. One day I said I desire a building, God. I desired a building. I desire it. He said, all right, tomorrow when you get up, I want you to look on Craigslist. Craigslist? All right, God. I got up. I looked on Craigslist. The building I saw is the building that I'm sitting in right now. So I pull up to this building. I had my laptop open. I had my website open. The dude didn't even get out the car. Dude gave me a fake name and everything. But I'm riding with God, right? I want to put this in there. He said, I ain't even opened the door yet. I said, I want to put this in there. He opened the door. It was a complete mess. There was a toilet right there, a sink over there, a complete mess. He opened the door. I said, I'll take it. He said, well, this is how much money you got to come up with. I said, well, my credit. He said, I ain't going to run your credit. I said, okay. He said, this is how much money you got to come up with. When I tell you, everything went wrong. I had 30 days to come up with this money, Blue. When I tell you everything went wrong, My client I was taking care of, we had it all worked out. Miss Vic, R.I.P. Miss Vic, that's my baby girl. That's my lady. But she was like, listen, I'm going to get my hip fixed so you can take care of me 24 hours a day and we can work out the money. I said, all right, bet I got you, Miss Vic. Man, she got her hip fixed. She fell the next day on the same hip, out of work for 3 months.
Oh my goodness. For real?
Every night I'm driving past this building. I sit outside and say, God, why would you put this in front of me and take it from me? Every night I drive past this building and I'm working out. I'm on the 28th day, the 26th day, the 20th. And I look, one day I had my camera with me and I looked down at my camera and people say, you Buttons, you crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy. I looked at the camera and the camera said, use me. I looked at the camera, I'm like, the fuck? I ain't smoking. Like, what you? I looked at it again. Like, I'm tripping. The camera said, I'm here, use me. You couldn't pay me to, you couldn't, if I took a picture of a rock, you had to pay me. I hustled up that money.
Damn.
I went with this brother. I came to him, cash. My brother was like, I said, come with me, David, because I'm finna pay this guy cash. And he said, you are not buying this, but you're not getting it. I said, man, listen, paid him cash. Next thing you know, we in here ripping out walls and sinks. And there's a house next door. And the guy said, he said, I own that house next door. It's a piece of crap. I said, yeah. He said, if you stay here 5 years, I'll fix that house next year. This is my 6th year. Guess what's happening? He's fixing that house next door. I'll be moving in. So in 10 years, I'll own both.
That's awesome.
It's a blessing. It's the blessings coming from getting that ass kicked and not quitting. So this is what people don't understand. Yes, my hill is steep, but my blessings are plentiful. And they're not for everybody. And I had to learn that. I used to try to get groups of people to be in here with me. I rented out my studio to a dude. Like, dude, you can have a whole room for $200 a month, make as much money as you want. I come in, this dude got weed all over the body. No, bro, you got to go. And my mother told me, she said, sometimes your blessings are just for you. They're just for you, right? So that's where I'm at. I'm a blessed individual. Now I'm just waiting for God to say, who's next? And what's next? And he said, you like to showcase people, but you can't go to Houston right now. So how can you showcase Houston? How can you showcase New York? How can you do it without interviewing every minute of the day? They got their own shows. Let's put together a network. I'll pay for it. I'm paying for it. Let's go. And that's where we're at right now.
Wow. Hey, Chaz, that's motivation for real. Okay. So let's talk. That's the struggle and that's the hardship. Let's talk about the book.
Okay, so the book, there's 3 parts to this. So if you go to Amazon and you look up The Button Pusher or K-Bay, you will see The Button Pusher Who, which is an album, The Button Pusher Who, which is a documentary, and you will see The Building Process. So the Button Pusher Who, the album, is the emotion in the music of what I was feeling around the time that I was doing the grind. All of this is about my first company. The Button Pusher Who, the documentary, shows you that grind. And the book tells you my process. Now, the building process, when you sit down and you do your show, you have a process. You said to me, at a certain time, this link's going to come. You hit the link. That's your process.
Right.
Everybody has a building process. This is mine. But it's the core of how I built my first company and how I began to build Grind City. The only thing that's a little different is instead of doing the lead work outside, it's more of the internet, which is a little bit more difficult to figure out who's real and who's fake. But you know, it's something. I was going through something the other day, and my wife said to me, "That's the clearing and grubbing." And I had to look at her like, "Come on, man, don't be throwing my book back at me, my own book." You know what I'm saying? There's stages, and it's crazy because the stages are real simple. There's a couple things. I used to work construction, and what I learned from construction is how they build a road, right? Mm-hmm. And there's certain ways your process. You got to survey your land. You got to figure out where you want to build, who you want to build with, and now it would be: am I going to stick fast to Facebook? Am I going to stick fast to Instagram? Which one of these points am I going to stick to and push really strong on? And then you got to do some clearing and grubbing. That clearing and grubbing is, okay, you're dumb, bye. Okay, you're fake, bye. Okay, you're selling Bitcoins, bye. And you got to do that process. And then you got to gauge the impact of what you're doing on a community. People think when you say community, you're talking about the one that you're in. Mm-hmm. We've created our own community. Grind City TV Network is our community.
Right.
So what am I doing to impact that community? If I don't drop new commercials every so often, I'm not impacting our community. It's just, we're just there. So if I don't do something, then y'all not going to do nothing. Right? So there's a whole process. You get into putting your vision into reality. What does it look like? Who are you going to influence by what it is that you're doing? Then you got to do the moving and the shaking. I got to come to Houston at some point. I got to meet Miss Blue. I got to meet DJ 4500. I have to do it because you guys are a part of that community and you've been strong at it. So I got to pick a place to go. I got to go to Houston. Sooner or later, it's coming. Then you got to get to the pavement. After you done dug out the ground, you cleared and grabbed, and then you lay that concrete. We done laid this channel, and we got to let it cure. That first year, that's that curing process. It's got to set in stone. Who's still on the road? Who's people going to rock that road? You see ROKU channels popping up all over the blue now, right? Everybody got a ROKU channel. Everybody's walking on our road. But are they doing it like us? I see a lot of ROKU channels, but I don't see a lot of commercials for them. I'm just saying. Are they putting in that extra work? And then you got to repeat that process. My process, I have to keep repeating it over and over and over. That's my process of building. So that's what the book's about, just how I build. It could be from a song to building with you. How I think about approaching building something, and hopefully the result ends well, right?
Masterclass, show you ladies are truly holding it down. How can one find that book? Like, is
Class Wins. It is on Amazon. Amazon.com.
I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, type in KAYBEY and you'll see the book. And you know, shameless plug, but you can actually see the documentary for free on grindcity.biz on the on demand or on the Roku channel. You can see it in the movies. It doesn't make sense to read the book without watching the documentary because the documentary shows you what I'm talking about. It shows you. There ain't no lie. When I say we have food, 3 different kinds of chicken, homemade macaroni and cheese at our shows, every show, I ain't lying. Documentary shows that. When I say I was bringing cameras to shows and out there jumping around, documentary shows that. Yes. Yes.
Damn. Okay, yeah, I gotta check. So I gotta 2 things to do. I gotta get the book and I gotta watch the documentary.
Yeah, the music is optional. Yeah, get the book and watch the documentary. It's on Amazon Prime too. It is on Amazon Prime. Oh yeah, it's on Amazon. I'm self-published. I self-published all my stuff. My book, my documentary, I self-published. Also, I want everybody to know too, real quick, we are a authorized ROKU advertiser. So you can promote if you got a commercial for what it is that you're doing. You can promote it on our channel. We're reaching about 3,500 subscribers right now. Say their names. What's cracking? Grind City, baby. But you can also promote through me 14,000 channels on the Roku platform. And that comes with statistics from Roku. So it's a higher price, but it'll get you on those ABCs, NBCs, and it's a non-skippable video, which means people can't skip it. They have to watch it. So when you guys are ready to promote on a bigger platform and you have the budget for it, get at me. And if you don't have a big budget, we can still put you on Grind City TV.
Hey, that's an earful, but y'all can watch the video over and
watch
over.
Watch it again. Run it back. Uh-oh, did you freeze? Is that me or did you freeze? You stuck like this, Blue. Is that me? That me? That you? What happened? I say it's still alive. Maybe it's her. I'll wait. So shout out to everybody watching, man. I definitely appreciate y'all. For real, if y'all can still hear me, I don't know if you can still hear me, but shout out to y'all for watching and supporting us. We need all the support and business that we could get. These people are working hard, putting their shows out. And when we need you guys to watch them and rate them and tell people how you feel about them and be featured on them and all that good stuff, because at the end of the day, it's about us. It's about us, right? So we could depend on mainstream media or we could create our media. I want to make a newscast. There's many things that I want to do. So either I could do it or we could do it. So I don't know what's happening over here. We kind of stuck, but shout out to all you guys for watching. I don't know if she's coming back. I don't know what happened on that. I don't know. I'll be blowing up interviews, fam. I don't know. Every time I get on an interview, I just blow them up. They freeze. They be too hot. I don't know what's going on. They be too hot. Okay. So I'll just stay here and wait for her. She says she's coming back. But oh, it's just I, people. What's good? Anywho, my name is K Bay, aka Not Your Average CEO. I was being interviewed by Miss Blue. She's coming back, but y'all should check her show out, man. It comes on Thursday at 10 o'clock on Grind City TV, Roku, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the AM. She's dope. We have a lot of dope shows on Grind City TV, Roku. You can add our channel, Grind City TV Network, on your Roku TV or device. If you don't have either of those, you can always watch on grindcity.biz. Or you can download the Grind City TV app on Google Play. It is free. So we're doing our best to keep everything cost effective for all of our supporters. So definitely help us out, get our numbers up. It's a dope thing that we're trying to do. And that's just bring together independent content creators. Some of them are funny. You gotta watch Chaz Wins, man. He comes on Thursday too, a couple of hours after Miss Blue, man. He comes on Thursdays at 12:30 p.m. We got a lot of dope shows, man. We got independent wrestling, 11 o'clock on Wednesdays. We got the J-Mo radio show, midnights on Wednesdays, going into Thursdays. We got, Rock the Mic. We got Sean City TV. We got my man, the Discharge Show out of Houston. We got Rocky Rocket out of Houston. Taste of Everything is coming. We got, we talking Father TV. This is a dope show. Fathers getting together, talking about real topics that affect our children and how fathers could be involved. And I mean, we just got dope stuff on our channel. And in the interims of those, we have our music video rotations where you may see reggae TV, you may see hip hop, you may see raw music, raw rap, right? That's at midnight and later on at night, so we don't have something scheduled. But check out the whole schedule on grindcity.biz. I don't know if this is recording me, but I'm just gonna keep talking because that is what I do. She says she's coming back, so I'm waiting. See what's going on. Do I got to do something else? Okay. You back? I'm still waiting. But I mean, I don't know if you guys have questions because I'm on StreamYard. I'm gonna go to YouTube real quick and see if I can see you because I don't know. Oh, yep. Let's go over here to YouTube. Oh, she came back.
Can you see me now?
I can see you. Yay. She came back.
You know what? StreamYard is not about to be getting my coins much longer.
Yeah. You know what? You know what? You have to be careful. I want to show you a program. If you have enough time to learn it, I will show you how I stream.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you know how I do stuff. If you have enough time to learn it, I'm gonna send you the link to it. It is a free program. It's a beast to learn, but I think you can learn it. And if you do learn this program, it will alleviate a lot of this. What's occurring is, like I said, I've been streaming for a long time, right? So when it became popular, you got your stream lives, you got all these little people popping up, grabbing this quick money, but they're not perfecting the stream. So everybody's trying to figure out how to do it effectively in the most cost-effective way. And really, the best way to do it is a free program. Yeah, it's free. It's just going to take a little bit of time to learn it. So I wouldn't mind helping you learn that program at all. And it can give you a way to. There's a couple of things that you can get where you can stream to your YouTube. The only place you can't stream is Instagram simultaneously. Right. Yeah, I don't like Instagram streaming at all. I don't like the setup. It's horrible.
They cut you off anyway, don't they? After some long.
Yeah. But with this program that I'll teach you about, you can stream to simultaneously to a lot of places if you add something like a restream to it. I don't have any problem teaching you or answering any questions, but I could definitely send you the link to that when we get off of here and you download it and check it out. It'll make your life a lot better, and you'll learn how I put the commercials and stuff, and it'll really improve what you want to do.
I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you something. I had interviewed Beyonce's artist, right? I could have died. I was using the same app and it started to freeze and it would not start back up. And it did this for like, you would think it would come back on. It did this for every bit of 20 minutes.
Wow.
I was freaking out. And when I came back on, she was just like a goddess.
Oh, wow.
She was so patient. And
yes.
She was like, let's go. Come on. It's cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. Edit it out.
That is so beautiful because when you have, that if I do interview people, I definitely want to get to the people who are getting ready to blow. I don't want to get to the Beyonce or the ones way down here no more. I want the ones that's getting ready to blow. But what I urge people to do is don't give up on us independent interviewers and content creators, man, and just try to skip past us. That's not fair, man. We down here in the struggle with you. So if you sound to Beyonce, that's beautiful. Interview with us because that's going to help us grow with you. So you don't have to deal with asshole interviewers. The bigger you get, just grow an interviewer with you. That way, you're always going to get a genuine interview, someone who really cares about you. You don't have to worry about being shell-shocked from these shock jocks that want to bring out dirt about you. Yes. And people of it like Vlad TV, he's built his career on getting people to talk about the dirty side of their stuff. And it's like, whatever, bro, whatever. But build some of us with you. I see you as being one of those interviewers that could really impact someone who's getting ready to blow. Like you could push them over. You have the look. I'm trying to get it, bro. I put on my eyelashes. Do you see them? I had the weave, girl. I'm telling you, it didn't work. The glue. I tried. Sometimes, and that's the other obstacle that I have. I don't have the look, right? Like they want people to have this.
What is the look? Sometimes I don't think I have the look.
Oh no, you have the look.
But I can't tell though. I have not really gotten much love out here in the South.
Oh well, you need to market. Spread your base.
I agree with you on that.
We'll talk later because I had to spread my base to you, right? So it's time for you to spread your base. That's all. But you definitely have the look. You're beautiful. You're chocolate. You keep yourself together. You take tons of pictures. You're personable. You're approachable. You speak well. And believe me, that is huge because interviewing someone like, you know what I mean? Every 5 minutes, yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah, no.
But you definitely have it. You have it. Do not quit. Do not give up. You have it. You just have to broaden your reach. And that's one thing COVID kind of took from us, right? We can't travel the way that, the way that we used to. Because I used to be out. Like I was out. But we will get back to that. Until then, build your show, and we'll talk about that when we get off air. We'll talk how to build up what it looks like, those tickers and commercials, and adding things to it. Yeah,
okay, great.
Because you have a great following. Your Instagram pops. Your little clips, they pop. So I'm very proud of you, Miss Blue. I'm very, very
so much.
Yes. Very proud of you. It is my absolute pleasure to be on your show and talk you to death. Thank you very, very much. I know we're running out of time, or is we? Because you know me, we can just keep going. Sure.
We have just a couple of more minutes.
Okay. Well, anything you want to ask?
Over when the freeze took place. I thank you but you're a boss, so I knew I was gonna be.
I was running it, man. I was running.
I was gonna be okay because
I just kept talking. I was promoting like a mud scrunchie. That's
what you're supposed to do.
Yes. But anything you want to ask me, I'm thank you, Monica. You need to get back to TV, Monica. Monica, come back to TV so you can be over here with me. Come on. God damn it, I need you.
Do y'all live in the same area?
Yes, she lives, and she moved back to Pittsburgh. She said she lost her passion for TV, and it broke my heart. But I overstand.
I totally do too.
She won't touch it, and it's like, bring your ass, Monica.
You know what, babe? Sometimes like the stuff that you talk about, and that's why I appreciate you for being transparent, because it's so much that go on behind the scene. It's times, I'm not gonna lie to you, it is times that I told my husband, I'm tapping out. I'm not doing this shit no more.
I quit every day, girl.
Do you?
I quit every day. Every damn day. I mean, can you imagine having a building that you're paying for and you might not get no business for 3 months in a row.
Oh my goodness.
You might not get one customer for 3 months, but you're paying. You're still paying.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Now, this is where we draw the line. Now, I'm not gonna lie about this. If you were to move to Houston,
I get that money.
You would get tired probably. One thing is, it is a city of grinding, and we love opportunities. You will never not have business. I put this on everything. You will.
I know. That if I came to, everybody says that to me. They're like, if you were somewhere else, you would be rich, Buttons. I said, I know, but I can't be somewhere else. This is where I'm supposed to be. First of all, my mother's here.
Okay.
I have to take care of my mother because my brother's a great guy, but he's not going to do it. And secondly, if I leave, then there's nothing taught and nothing gained, right? Sometimes someone has to make the sacrifice. I might not never get my props. They might not never say my name, but you can't walk this road without saying my name. You can't. They can try, but you can't. I had to do this so the babies would know if you have a dream, go fucking get it. And you shouldn't have to keep running away from where you live at to get it.
Damn, that's real.
So I'm here. And slowly, but I might not get business every day or every month, but my doors are still open because I'm a grinder.
I'm gonna have to just fly to PA then, so I can. Because I would love to do it in like.
Oh, come on, and you can rock my stage. Shake that ass.
Hey, I would have so much fun.
I got a stage over there. I got the green wall over there. Hey, I'm telling you, like 3 or 4 of y'all been like, "Yo, I'm coming to Pittsburgh, man. I got to see your studio." And it's just not this huge place, but I have everything sectioned off where we could do a lot of stuff here. It's just. We got to get here, and it will occur. It will occur. When you come, we make it crack. We do 3 or 4 things before you leave, make it look like we were shooting for a year.
Hey, like I'm like so serious. Like I'm planning trips like now to different places that I want to do some music.
Yeah, come on down, man. I'll interview you on one side of the studio. You can turn around and interview me on the other side of the studio.
Okay, I'm all for it. So I'll hit you up to make sure you're not gonna be too busy. But I'm definitely definitely if I can get out there in the summer or something.
Yeah, let me know. As long as it's on the weekend, man, I'll definitely
on the weekend, of course.
All good, and be like, oh, we're ready for you. We're gonna show you a great time. And have you sign the wall. You got to sign the wall of fame over there.
I love walls of fame. No, let me ask you this though: Is the food good out there? Because I love to eat food.
Do we love what?
Is the food good out there?
Oh man, well, we're like every other place. They got good spots to eat and they got not so good spots to eat. Okay. But we'll do some homework on what kind of food you like, and we'll figure out where's the best. But I mean, actually, there's a spot right around the corner from here. I don't even want to give them a shout out because I'm mad at them because when they come out of there, they drop all their dirt. But it's called Wilson's, really, and it's right around the bend. And they said their food is fantastic over there. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat like a lot of stuff. So, but they said the chicken, everything's fantastic over there. So, yeah, they got some spots over here. They got food here. You gonna eat good. You gonna eat down here.
I have to check that out. We definitely gonna link. But look, in the meantime, y'all make sure y'all get that book and watch the documentary. Okay.
Yes.
It's okay to read a book.
No, listen, it's 40 pages. It's not a long read at all. It's a manual, it's a guide.
You can do it, y'all can do it and watch the documentary.
Do it. Shout out to my grandman and my son.
Hey, yes. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. And of course, y'all know we're gonna have to air this on Roku because it wouldn't
yeah, come on now.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes. So thank you so much for interviewing with me. Of course, we will do this again because that's just what we do.
You to do your part too. So yeah, it's my turn again.
Yes, I was just about to say. So I got some stuff coming up in a minute, and I'd love to talk to you about that.
Yes, we'll make it happen. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank y'all so much. God bless.
Peace.
Hey.
Hit me on Messenger.
I will.
Right.